but I have some to talk about Africa. I hope we can do something. I have some to talk about Africa because we are Africans. If you see Africa, our leaders, since we get colonized from British and France, the French colonized feel like they better than English colonized because they speak French. And English colonized feel like they speak English, so they're better than French colonized, French speaking countries like Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Cameroon, uh, all kind, all areas that Africa, France was colonized, they always feel like they better than English speaking country. But common sense is a code. But our common sense will tell you that you feel like you speak French or you speak French and you better than somebody speak English. And somebody speak English feel like you better than somebody speak French. But how do you be proud of slave language? Just a slave language. French is a slave language. You forget about your own culture, your own language. And I don't see why we have to be like that. Why we have to be say, oh, this is Ivorian, this is Nigerian. I think we're supposed to love each other. We're supposed to be the same people because, like I always said, if other colors, Chinese, Europeans, they look at like we are all the same people. But we don't want that. Since they colonized us, they put a code there. All the French colonized, they are partial independence. And British colonized are full independence. But they use a trick if you don't think about it. Because we Ivorians think like, oh, we speak French. Think that, yeah, in case of anything, French will be there for us. Then we have full independence to have to say, okay, fine, then we need to go back to English. We need to go back to British. And it's been there for so long. And it bothers me that why do we have to be proud of slave language than our own traditional language? Than Africa, we can practice and have only 4 different languages that we can speak the whole Africa. Look, we came here, we have to speak English. If you speak French, it's forced for you to learn English before you can do stuff. If you are in Africa, it's forced for you to learn French before you can do something. The same thing like English. We forced to speak English because it's a slave language, and we forced to speak English in our own land. That British or English speaking country will go there, they win. They don't have to speak our language. They don't have to do nothing. But where is our interest? African leaders, where is our interest? So since we've been colonized from these 2 countries, it means we be slave for them forever, that nothing will never change. I think we need to do more, all African leaders. We need to do more to get together. Forget about this is Ivorian, this is English speaking country, this is from Nigerian, this from Cameroon, western part of Cameroon, whatever. They speak English, these don't speak English. I think we need to grow up and just forget about this slave language and get together. Say we the same black people, no matter how you look at it, you still have a dark skin. You can be white, you can be British, you can be French, you can be nobody, you're still black. So why we shouldn't forget about their slave language and focus about our future generation to come to plan for something will help Africa. See what happened to Cameroon. American soldiers are there making all that kind of mistake because we're human, we make mistakes. And now you accept them in Cameroon. So look at what happened there. What happened there just recently? So we just there like something don't move. So if they come, they say, hey, raise your hands up, until they say, hey, no, put your hands down. I don't get it. I don't understand. Just a biggest continent in Africa, that these two countries, small countries, are colonized us and rule us every single day. Because they'll come to your president and say, hey, you can get anything that you want. And forget about your people. And we will do that. But as soon as we need vote, we go each raw area, big cities, whatever, asking for vote that we want to change. I know we have that. That's politics. But these people, they have politics, but they still have their own interests and building their nation, building their country, building their schools, build their military, build extraordinary stuff, train, and everything. But we Africans feel like, okay, we just going to sit down there and let these people control us like remote every single day. And we're sick of it. I am sick of it that African leaders need to get up and do something and stop about just big names. Oh yeah, this from Paris, this from here. We won't go nowhere. That cannot build our nation. That cannot build nothing for us. So how long we have to wait? These people, France and British came. I am not condemning them, but they came. We are naked. We don't have nothing. That's how they said. They push each country, go to your room. I'm here to help you. And 600 years to come, we're still naked. What do we have? Which country do you see that this Cameroon or Zimbabwe or South Africa is like Germany? It's like France. It's like here. No country in African continent. So what tells you that you have to work hard and build your country? Then our leaders steal all our money and save it to Europeans' country. I think if our leaders and presidents stop stealing the money and quit being a big liars to us, we can do something for our future. We can do something for our grandkids to come. It's said that all Africans will be all the France embassy, American embassy, British embassy every single day line up the same way back in the days that they lined us up and put a chain and stuff in our neck and move us here. The same thing. Everybody is rushing to come to Europe or America. Everybody want to come to Europe or America. So who will build our country for us? So if our leader don't stop being stealing all our money, everything, and give it to these people, they never stop taking it. They wouldn't, because they need it every day. That's human. Because their population is growing. They need to build their country. What are we building? What we Africa, we building for ourselves. And I want this video to go to all African presidents and ministers. We should stop saying this is Cameroon, this is Uganda, this is South Africa, this is Kenya, and build our country, build our military. I feel like each country have over 23 million. We're supposed to use, the government is supposed to employ the military, at least 1 million military. And we can learn and make a practice against each country and get better for our future. Because I feel like if you have a country or if you have a continent and you have a strong military, that doesn't mean you have all the munitions. We can build our munitions. We can build any ammunitions that they have because we can do it. We have scientists, we have engineers, we have people. But if somebody say, where's our money? Where did this country, where's the money at? Did they have anything? No. How did they build it? Because they use their common sense and take all your properties, all your minerals, and build their country. So why we shouldn't use our minerals and everything to build our country too? If the ministers and the president quit stealing the money and save it in their bank, European banks, we can do something. If our ministers and president quit stealing money and saving it in Dubai, we can use that money and build our country and the military. We need to build our own weapons. We need to build our own military so Africa can be strong. That's where we need to start from. Somebody say, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. How much more or how long do we have to begging every single day with aid in Africa full of every single thing? So the other people, careless, look at you dumb. What are you doing here? You got all this money, all these resources, and you can't do nothing about it? Because all African presidents, they don't have no brains. They rather steal the money that they go borrow and save it into European banks. And anytime that you need money, they take your money and give it to you back with the name of the country that you come from. Look at Uganda, what happened? The world trying to say that, hey, Uganda, what was happening, there's nobody know. That's lie. The neighboring country don't know. The neighboring countries that you share border, you don't know what Ugandans are going through, what African presidents are doing. Look at what happened to Libya. African presidents sitting down there and they killed the president of Libya. So if Africans, we sit there, I don't care, that's not my country, fine. No matter what the man did, he shouldn't get killed. He helped a lot of West African guys to get to Europe. He helped them a lot. We went there to work. Me, myself, I've been there. I work. I get money to get where I am. So there's no way that somebody would just get up and say, hey, we're going to kill your president, one of the African presidents, and the whole continent in Africa, none of the presidents say, hey, no, stop. We need to talk about it. That is selfish. And that tells you that when it comes to your time and the Europeans don't want you, they will kill you too. But because once you didn't speak for one another, it'll happen to you too. So for example, if these people, they start today, say, hey, we're going to kill this Nigerian president. Yeah, we stand there, right? Like a toy. We don't move. Okay, British said they're going to do it. Let them do it. I don't care. How you don't care? So if Africa just get up and say, hey, we're going to kill Australia president because he do something that we don't like, do you think the European Union will sit there and say, let's go kill him without asking, without fighting, without saying, hey, we're not going to fight, we need to talk, whatever happened? All the neighboring countries surrounded in Libya, they all sitting down there. Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, everybody, all the presidents sitting down there because we are dumb and we toys. We don't move ourselves. We don't use our brains because once you've been a president, they buy you with the money. Once you become any president in Africa, they buy you $100 million. And you never get all that $100 million cash because they give you little by little. Anytime that now all Africans, our hands are tied. Our legs are tied. They use a duct tape to tape our mouth. Only place that we got is our nose to breathe. And I am warning Africans leaders. I am so serious warning African leaders. You need to get up and stop tribalism. Stop saying this is Mali. This is Burkina Faso, or this is Ghana. If you look at and use your common sense and the brains and see how the colonization go through, Ghana was surrounded all the Ivorians. If you go to Nigeria, the same thing. So they have a code so we can get united. They have a code that we can get together. The same way Bob Marley said, they're trying to separate us, kill each other. So we can kill ourselves and we can never get to nowhere. Because once Africa will get united, They see that now our eye is open. But we need to start from somewhere. And I guess that our best area to start is to get our military strong. We need to start building our own weapons, then depending on them. Liberia have a war. The war that we have in Liberia, the population of Liberian citizens, the munitions that we have is triple amount of the citizens live in Liberia. Where do we get all the weapons at? Oh yeah, the white helmets will come help us. Oh, United whatever. What are they coming to help for? Where do we get all the weapons at? If we're going to be honest. And I don't see, first of all, why we have to fight and kill ourselves. Fight for somebody. Fight because this man want to be a president. What is in your brains though? Have you ever seen that happen? I think Africa needs revolution. I think the whole African nation needs revolution. We need to kill the ministers and the presidents and reform Africa again. Because if they don't stop, pretty soon the World War III will start. And I know that where our strength coming from, where we don't have no ammunition, we can get together. Is it all the English-speaking country going to join British? How many population is Britain though? They don't have that much population. And back in the days, if we are dumb, now we are wake up. Ghana president lives in UK for the rest of his life. Now he's a president in Ghana. He still go there. What do you learn there? What can you do to change your own nation? Why we cannot advise our young kids, our young grandkids to work hard, start agriculture. Start agriculture. We should use our manpower. How much is quoted? How much is cement? Why we can't employ our own people? I know we got money, we can do it. We got money, we can do it. How much is to make a quota though? How much to get a cement to get a good road? How much to get a drills to get a water? What our engineers are sitting down there for? What our scientists are sitting down there for? They can't invent any machine. We can't afford to buy any machine. All the new technology, we don't have none. Africa, there's none of Africans is smart. There's none of Africans can invent any machine. Only thing that we know from the president to the newborn baby, just lie. Just lie. We should quit lying. And I think all African presidents they need to stop lying. Because liar, it won't go nowhere. Liar put your own people in the dirt. Liar will kill your own country. Liar will never bring any peace in your own continent. We should be freely moving, freely trade. Any little bitty thing can help. Any little bitty thing that each country can do can help other countries. But all the Nigerians supposed to be the richest country in the world, and now they are the poorest country in the world. So, Nigerians are corrupt. Of course they'll be corrupt. Corruption from the government, corruption from the ministers. If you are the 3rd or 5th largest oil producer in the world, or 10, why are you still poor? Why you don't have electricity? Why do we have all kind of crimes? Why do we have all kind of rape? Why did Nigeria have all kind of prostitution in Africa, everywhere in the world? Why Nigerians have the whole everything when it comes to corruption? Because our presidents in Nigeria, they are not willing to do nothing. Their head controlled by British, their head and everything controlled by the British, and they control like a remote. But if you are a real human being and a man enough, why don't you say, hey, enough is enough. I need to build my country. We need to be strong and firm and be honest. Then let these people play our head. So, for example, in next 20 years to come, how Nigeria will be, how Africa will be. Africa will be the worst place to live. Even though it been shithole, like this man said, I think the truth hurt. But Africa, I'm pleasing that pretty soon Africa will be very, very sad. Africa will be taken. again. Africa is taking again. Where are we going to stand? We live with a half a penny a day. Why? If the ministers of Nigeria or Africa or the president of Africa been honest and employ the good military, good police, without no liars, all the corruption, all the bribes, all the stealing, all the whatever you call them, Al-Qaeda, they will stop because they don't have no place to stay. A bad man don't have no place to stay. They stay in the dark, right? But if here is the dark place and you put a light, where are they going to hide? Where are they going to hide? I think we African leaders need to get up and get their butt up and work together. And last thing I'm going to say, the men who invent car in Ghana, African leaders, get up and raise money to help that man so that he can get more work or more production. It's not just a car. I heard he can do 80-10. To produce for Africa, we shouldn't be like, oh, this is Ghana 10. It should be the name of Africa. When the Japanese make a car, they call it Japanese car. They don't call it, this is a Honda, this is a this man car. They said Japanese car. Okay, that car is all over the world, right? When Germany make a car, they say this is a German car. And I know we got people they can help this man with the financial for him to build a lot of cars and everything that we can use to help Africa. So this is my end of the video. If you like it, please subscribe. And if you don't like it and you play with me, I am going to kill you with a tender. I am going to kill you with all your family. And I mean it because I'm so serious and sick of tired to travel 7,000 miles to come here to work. We can stay home and happy if our leaders are very honest to help us. So this is the end of my video. Thank you.